last time we finished building out most of the farms and animal pens, and today we're going to be building out a tree area. Not really a tree farm, but we're going to cut down like a billion trees out in this direction because they kind of deserve it. And otherwise, we are just going to go get some wood. So that way we can actually build the rest of our stuff. But yeah, we got our funny little farming area down here. It's pretty cool. We've got a bunch of our carrots, our potatoes, and our wheat, more carrots, more everything. And then there's like a tiny little patch of beetroot that nobody cares about. I'm gonna plant a tree there at some point. We've additionally got some sheep in there. You can't see them right now, but you can see them eating the grass every once in a while. Like cows and eventually chickens. So yeah, we're just kind of going back to basics and just doing some nice fun farming. It's always good. But yeah, we're going to clear out this whole forest here and then redesign this cobblestone bit to actually be a better bridge or series of bridges. It'll probably be a set of two bridges, I'd like to say, where you've got one there that'll go straight across, that's still connected to like the mainland, and then you'll have another one that comes out from the base that'll kind of cut out diagonally to here. So that way we can kind of get them to meet up nicely. But that's neither here nor there, and not what we're worrying about right now. What I should worry about is the fact that I have just left most of my ender chest out in the world. I don't know what's up with that. I should probably go do something about that. Ah, I forgot to put the rest of these away. That would explain a lot. Well, let's go do something about that real quick. Should only take 2 seconds. We also got another beacon set up too, which is always nice. Okay, let's see here. Glowstone. Yep, don't have a lot of that anymore, but still useful. And our oak logs. Leaves are interesting because they're gonna have to go somewhere at some point. I think we'll like group them together over here or something. We'll set that whole like thing aside for leaves. Because we're gonna have to deal with poplar leaves too. I don't know if there's gonna be 3 new leaf types or if it's just gonna be the one, but I'll have to keep an eye out for that either way. There we go. Now we got some glass, don't care about that. Either way, that should keep everything organized, and then this should have kept the hostile mob farm going. As you can see, they're still doing good here. Okay, they're doing a little too good apparently. It would appear that we have some sort of work to do. We'll worry about that later. Yeah, at some point I need to shulker box everything here to put it all away. And I also need to take all this stuff down at some point. I think I want actual buildings back here now instead of like the trees and the other kind of stuff that I have since we have better ways of farming and stuff now. So, but that's not for me to worry about at the moment. Because instead, we're just going to cut down every tree ever. That was a tall ass birch tree, good lord. Basically, what we're trying to do, as I've talked about, we're going to cut every single tree out of here. We're just going to make all this like some nice empty land for right now, and then we will plant a nice group of trees as time goes on. And we at least get some birch wood for building out of this, so it's not too bad or anything. it's not like we're struggling with wood because of our bamboo farm, so it didn't really matter. We'll get our bed ready because we're gonna have to sleep. I messed around with my mic settings and things like that through OBS, so we'll see if things sound a little better today. Don't really know if they will, but hey, we'll find out. There we go. Could probably do with my storage area if I'm so inclined. I could probably condense signs and hanging signs down into one single one, because I shouldn't really need either, like, ever, or that often. So I could save a little bit of space and then probably have leaves above. Because it would only make sense, right? You know? It feels weird to have the leaves kind of separated from the actual wood and the saplings and all that stuff, so I kind of want to keep them together a little bit. Makes life a little bit easier, I'd imagine. At least I would hope. Here we go. It'd be easy to burn all this to the ground instead. I don't know. Might have to try it. But I do like all the wood I get out of this though, so I don't know. Looks like we got a chicken nearby. Look at him go. could always be more. Looks like we're full. Well, we'll make space since we're already in the middle kind of this tree. Just sticks, they don't matter. Well, how we doing? Wow, that is a good chunk of space already. Good. Alright, let's see if some extra shulker boxes. Actually, no, we should already have a box for birch logs. Yeah, here we go. For birch saplings, though, let's go ahead and see if we can pop up and get a box. There we go, cool. Alright. We'll go cut down this little thing of trees here too. I wish you could insta-mine wood. Maybe there will be a tool upgrade in the future. I mean, Enderite's too easy, but it makes the most sense. But you get some kind of Enderite tools or something like that, and like you can insta-mine with like Ace 2, a lot of different wood blocks. That would be cool. I don't know. There's just got to be like another benchmark that you should be able to hit that would really justify like going all the way out for Enderite. Upgrade from Diamond to Netherite to Enderite. so it could also be interesting to have like an ore like that tied to a structure, but at the same time that also feels like a bad idea too. Maybe it's tied to like a trial chamber as kind of structure, those kinds of spawners, but I don't know. You'd have to have some way to get a hold of it. Like, it is a type of ore, but I don't know. I feel like mining for it in the end would be kind of weird. Not bad, just kind of different. Because you already had that same deal with netherite, and the only reason that thing's kind of tolerable is because you can insta-mine netherrack. But with that stone, you can't insta-mine it ever, so it's a bit of a pickle. I'll leave that chicken to rot. You can stay down there, it's fine. Anyways, we got more trees to cut down. You think we were done? Nope. There's always more trees. Well, that's no fun. Alright, we still gotta cut down more trees. But I guess the question we should ask ourselves is when do we know it's enough, you know? When do you cut down so many trees that you're like, okay, maybe I've gone too far, or is that actually truly enough? It's not like I want to cut down the entire birch forest, just, you know, most of it, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Sorry, I'm not saying a whole lot today. Just don't really feel like talking too much. Especially since we're just cutting down a bunch of trees, you know. Not a lot to say here, unfortunately. Alright, I don't really feel like I need to continue past here, honestly, so let's go cut down this one last tree. And kind of let all this decay. It's a good place to stop cutting things down. And we've got a bunch of holes we'll need to fill in and just some maintenance work we'll have to do, but shouldn't be nothing too hard. Maybe flatten out some of this land or something and then cover that up once all this is flattened out. I don't know if I want to do terracing for these things or how I want to do this. I feel like I want to have a path that kind of cuts through, right? And then we can kind of plant trees in like their own little groups on either side of that path or break it up into sublots or something. Like, we've got a pretty good amount of space right now. It's like, whoops, didn't mean to use that other one. Let's see if we can land up here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've got a good amount of space here. That should be plenty. Yeah, we'll wait for, well, I guess those are actual trees, but we can wait for some of this stuff to despawn and we should be fine. Let's see if we can check this out from up higher. Yeah, it's a good bit of space. Yeah, we can wait for all that stuff to kind of clear out. Maybe, well, once we start getting to that part, then we've gone too far again. But that should at least be a good bit of space to get us started. I don't think I really want to cut down into the valley or nothing though either. And there's only so much, like, back there I could really go down and, well, maybe I could cut, yeah, because there's like a land bridge there, I think. Maybe I could cut everything down, honestly, and just have like that complete bit of land just completely like devoid of trees for right now, and then have that get turned into like kind of a tree growing area. Because I want to make sure I'm growing enough trees and that I actually have enough space to grow enough of them. I don't want to be hard capped on space if I can help it, you know. Go, put those away there. Probably gonna need another shulker box soon. Yeah, most definitely we are. Alright, saplings, logs, and logs. Cool. Put one there. I guess we'll just set an empty down there. Do some quick counting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So this is 15 blocks diameter, which I thought. Um, I was doing some stuff off stream to figure out the size of the pommel, and I think I wanted to have a 21 block diameter. So that's the sphere size that we're going to be going for here. So if it's 15, then it'll be, I think, 3 and 3 on each side extra, so that should have enough space sticking out so it doesn't look like it's too thin of a pommel or anything like that. So that should be good. Oh, we're going the wrong way here. We don't really do anything out here, like at all. Like, this is just one massive oak forest that just kind of sits out here, and I don't really have any plans for, frankly. Same deal with these kinds of areas out here, you know, they're all just kind of here. I mean, I guess this could also double as another place for growing wood too or something, but maybe not. I think I'd rather have it all confined up here because I can, so. Oh, let's keep cutting. Could be interesting to have this whole bit of land like completely devoid, and then that'll give us a lot of growing space. That'll be interesting to mix things up. Replace an entire birch forest with one of our own. And this gives us an excuse to get into here and check out some of these. So it looks like we haven't lit up everything. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, we can maybe make it out to that body of water today. Yeah, and then I think, does this go out to the ocean? Oh, no, we don't actually have an ocean nearby for a while, do we? Oh, maybe this does count. I think this is an ocean, yeah. Yeah, we've got an ocean going all the way out here. Hmm. Toss that out. No one cares about that. I can see where, if I wanted to, I could cut down all these trees and then carve out a large chunk of that land to have like a connecting body of water. So that way we have like a body of water that goes all the way out to the ocean or something from our base area or something like that. We'll start from a different spot, but you get the idea. Alright. That's right, I'm just trying to kill you, like, come on. insane deal. We've gone too deep again. Right, he's standing still. Come on. Oh, come on. These are just sad. You know what? Fuck it. Not feeling it today, apparently. It happens, though. This isn't worth getting sidetracked over. This is way too far from anything to actually matter. I'm gonna get stuck down here. I don't want it to dig all the way back up to the surface or nothing. Damn, look at all those arrows I missed. Alright, well, back up we go. We can find our way back up. Definitely isn't it, but, you know, since we're already here, we might as well light up that little bit, right? Alright. There should have been those ender pearls on the ground nearby. Here we go. There we go. So once we get that, we keep our spawn point up there, and we're growing enough wheat anyways now to actually have it. Allegedly, it's going to be made out of 3 hay bales, I think it is. Stacks up to 16, something like that. You can sleep without resetting your spawn point, which is pretty cool. So nice stack, and then we'll have to run some of this back again. That's fine. Good. And let's go see if we can go catch some of those chickens that are out there. There should be 1 or 2. There's 1. Okay, hopefully that they keep up and they don't break their necks by accident, but I'm sure they'll be fine. And there's number 2. Hey, there's number 3. Oh, that guy's egg. Go ahead and grab that one. Alright, we should just be able to walk him across just fine. They could get up anything ever. Come on, guys. There we go. Right, cool. Go. Just yank him along this way. We should be within range pretty soon. There we go, nice. There we go, snap their leads off. Oh, actually hatched 2 of them. Look at them go. Cool. Looks like our fields are pretty much fully grown. That's always nice. Oh, we're gonna go drop all this off. And then we'll keep cutting trees down. See how we're doing though. Oh yeah, we have cleared up a large amount of space. So we just need to go a little bit farther here, then we'll reach the tip of the island, and then we'll kind of carve out this little section and keep cutting all this stuff out. And this valley will also be a good spot to do things too, so we do want to get all that knocked out as well. That Enderman is still just hanging out up there. How odd. Oh, up we go. There we go. Okay. Ram everything we can into there. There we go. And everything we got into there. Perfect. We got a full shulker packs of birch logs, and then we've already got started on. That's all good. Maybe want to be a little more careful doing that. I didn't exactly feel safe. He'll kill some of these cows for their leather again. We're gonna need more leather for item frames, and especially if we want to have that map wall, then we're gonna kind of need space for that. So, you know. is that not nighttime? Come on. There we go. Even though it won't ever really affect us, let's just go cut down some of these trees down by the bank. Why not? Yep, got a large chunk of stuff cleared out. Most of this mountain's gone now. I'll take some time to clear out some of these cows though while we're at it. Already almost full there again, damn. And I don't think I've got any other meat here. Yeah, those are probably already all sorted away, so let's go up into our animal products and go take care of that. Yep, there's the raw beef and the leather. Leather, leather, leather. Hmm, well that's odd. I don't seem to have ever made one for leather. Am I blind? I can't be that blind. It's got to exist. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I ever made one for leather. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Well, damn. Those are going to be the different types of bushes, the other variant to their food. And I guess I never thought about leather. Okay, well, it's gotta go somewhere. And that somewhere is gonna be like over here or something. I can maybe move some more of the animal product stuff away, but I'm not gonna worry too hard about that for right now. Let's just focus on getting some of this stuff in place. Here we go. We'll do more reorganizing of these areas as time goes on. I'm just not gonna, worry about it for right this second or anything. Like it's still just the one that's weathered for right now. Alright. Let's go get a couple more fireworks. Wherever the hell we put our ender chest down here. Here we go. Go ahead and grab another stack. Need to make another batch soon, it looks like. Sleep up here. Man, we still have so many trees to cut down if we really want to do all of this. I mean, it's a crazy amount of them. I think we'll do this last batch of trees and then we'll probably call it there on birch mining, just because there is such a thing as too much, And I feel like we're getting ready to cross that line here pretty soon. Sounds like there's zombies down there, but I shouldn't have to really worry. We'll come back for them another day. I'm not gonna sweat it too much for right now. Time is it? 12:30 already. Wow. Definitely don't throw that away. Not the trash I'm gonna get rid of. Alright. Still got more trees to cut down. Big shocker, I know. straight just cutting down birch trees. I think we cut down one spruce tree, and everything else has been birch, so yeah, quite a lot. We have made a lot of progress out of this. We can actually afford to sit down and plant some trees, so that's good. It's probably enough for now. Yeah, we definitely have more space than we know what to do with here, so we can start planting. We'll cut that one tree down. I don't know how I missed that, but yeah, we'll get this last one and then drop all this off. There we go. Wow, we got a second shulker box of birch logs. That's pretty good. More than what we know what to do with. We'll probably build something out of all that stuff. I don't want to just use it for chests or something like that, so. But we're gonna hold on to it for now, because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. Could be anything. That's another 17 leather, so we can finish putting item frames on that section, and then we'll have the rest act some other things. Let's put that back in there. Let's go down to our stick box. And I think we'll at least get the map room ready, you know. Here we go. First things first. A little something like that. And then I think we're gonna go do some farming for a little while too. Grab some empty boxes. Keep those eggs out. There we go. Alright. And we'll go ahead and sleep a bit. See, the zombies are piling up a little bit here with some of those super zombies. And also, it looks like zombies that have just picked up things in general. It surely won't get annoying at all. You know what I wonder? It needs to be down, which means it'll have to be powered, so I wonder if I could slightly redo the redstone to have the clock feed into like a torch or something. Yeah, wait, all I need to do is have the signal be inverted with redstone torches. But I need to have it inverted at the, I need to have the inversion happen at here. Yeah, I'm not gonna think about that too hard right now. We'll come back to that another time. Let's not sweat that. Anyways, we'll go ahead and just do a little bit of farming for right now and probably call it there here in a little bit. I almost jumped off without my elytra, not gonna lie. That's alright. Looks like our chickens grew up just fine. Good for them. Alright, that one hasn't grown in yet. We'll leave it be for now. Got a lot of cows. Maybe we should have a little space here for doing stuff. Yeah, you know what? Let's go get those barrels real quick. I know I keep going back and forth between my base and all that, but gotta get things done, you know. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna use up a large chunk of those barrels down there. Oh, well, we can't even use up that many, so I guess we're actually fine after all. But yeah, we'll have a nice little thing of barrels down below, just because we can. Alright. Let's do something like that. That way we get some extra space for a couple of things. Like wheat seeds, wheat, hay bales, carrots, potatoes, beetroot seeds. Yeah, we'll do that. Cool. And then we'll have another one for like wool or whatever. There we go. We'll do a little something like that, get us a little bit of space here. Luckily we can't break the leaves instantly, so that's good. Wow, we filled up fast. Cool, alright. And let's go smack a crafting table and another chest down here. There we go. Alright. So, hay bale, wheat, seeds. A little area. We'll go breed up those chickens real quick. There we go. potatoes done, so we'll go ahead and drop these off in here. So wheat seeds, wheat, hay bale, potato. I think we'll do something like that as well to help with all this. We're gonna have to do this a better way. Maybe we should get some of those birch logs and go make a nice frame or something. I think we'll do that. Let's go grind up the rest of these potatoes first, though. Well, damn it. I was worried that would be a thing I could do. That worked out quick. I guess I gotta be more careful than that. Alright, well, doesn't matter. Not my problem for right now. Alright. Let's head back and go get a little bit of wood. And meat. Nah, we don't really need a vacuum or anything. Just have it be like a nice little frame. What I am gonna do though is first of all get that meat out of the way. Take one of those, put that there. There we go, do a little something like that. So now if I've got any extra stuff, I can just kind of tuck things away a little bit better. Do a little something like that. I can go back with me. And we can put the birch logs back in here. So beet, potato, and carrots. We'll go ahead and do next. Is a lot of carrots. have any lanterns on me, do I? No, I don't. I also need to make sure that this stays kind of fully stocked. I'll put lanterns hanging off the sides here at some point, but for now it's going to be torches. Alright, then we got carrots. Here we go. Beetroot seeds. Beetroot. And then we have wool there eventually. Go. Got another zombie wandering outside. Looks like we'll need to either light this up or fence this off if we want to prevent that from happening. Shouldn't be too big of a deal either way, since they don't really hurt or nothing, but who knows, maybe it's just a matter of time before a creeper does it, and then I die. Not that I die, but it, causes me some headaches that I would rather not have. But that's for later for me to worry about. Some cheers though. Now we only got one more thing of wheat that we gotta go take care of. One, maybe two. That's right, 'cause we also got those crops down there. Got a freaking Enderman wandering around in here. That's no good. Bastard's gonna trample my freaking crops, dude. Ah, it's nice. That's real mature, buddy. Dickhead. Alright, anyways. Guess it's an easy fix, but still annoying. Damn, we might have overdone it a bit on wheat, not gonna lie. Ah, it's fine. Well, at least the cows and the sheep won't run out of anything to eat for very long. I want plenty of wheat for literally anything that requires hay bales. Damn, that filled up a whole shulker box of stuff. That's pretty nuts. Well, let's pick up everything else and then start replanting. field harvested. And we'll have to do the same with the carrots, but we're gonna give that a little bit of time here. Right, so we got nearly a stack of hay bales out of that, so pretty good, I would say. Seeds. Alright, then last up will be carrots. So let's go ahead and get those carrots taken care of, and then that will probably do it for today. Slap that there. Go. Alright, so we got all the carrots replanted. Got a good little chunk there. And then combined with the gold that we have, I think with all the gold we have, we should be able to make a shulker box of golden carrots, so we won't have to really worry about food for ever, basically. At least not for a very long time, so that'll be cool. Yep, 18 stacks of carrots. Neat. Alright, well, I think that is going to do it for me today, though. We'll go check on that birch area one last time to see how we're doing. Those leaves should have decayed by now, so we have a better idea of how much land we have to start planting trees. And yep, it certainly looks like a lot. So we've got this whole mountaintop, or hilltop rather, to actually plant trees on. And then eventually I want to kind of cut my way through here and down into this valley. So I want to cut down until it starts billowing out again, and then I want to cut all the birch that is in the valley out as well. And then that will give us plenty of space to grow and expand and kind of do cool things. So yeah, that'll be pretty neat. That's not for today though. It might not be for tomorrow either. I don't really know. I'm starting to feel a little burnt out. Kind of been going through enough of this that I think we'll be okay. So, you know. But we have gotten a lot of good stuff done, which I'm pretty happy with. I hope that is going to do it for me right now. That being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Or maybe I'll have a little bit more to say. But yeah, bye-bye.